Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Bug Smashers. You know, sometimes you gotta break stuff so you can be the hero who fixes it. Bug Smashers! Alright. Hey everyone, we're here in the fancy dancy test level again. And I am going to show you a little bug that we had to fix especially for Gamescom, and you guys have probably seen it quite a bit. So if I hop in, ignore that little extreme explosion with the geometry, but our guy walks up, and if I rotate or move the ship, he kinda doesn't follow. He just stays there when entering. We've had this in the build for quite a while, and we're like, you know what, we need to fix this, especially for Gamescom. So let me pause this and we'll reset the ship. Oh, where'd he go? See, I want to rotate it this way. There we go. All right. So why is this happening? Well, long time ago, when we set up our fancy dancy vehicle seats, we basically send off an animation and we teleport the player to the enter position, and then we tell that animation that here's the initial position, update according to that. And this was all done back for the hangar so that it would snap the player to the position and bring him up. But however, it would never ever update that position. As you can see here, it gets the position once, and this basically will send the initial position and it'll never hit this code again, because it's like, hey, we're playing, here we are, go to this point. And what we needed to do is make sure that he follows that exact point. Now, lucky for us, I have some refactored code here that utilizes our attachments, where after the animation plays, it will snap you to the seat, and from then on you're stuck with the ship. So why not use that for the enter and exit? So let's go all the way up to the enter. Let's make sure, yep, I'm in the enter. I am going to gut this bit of code because we no longer need to teleport the player there, since we're going to use our fancy dancy attachments. And our attachments basically, like I said, we just make sure that he gets stuck at that one position. So in the vehicle we have a bone, so here's the vehicle, we have a bone right here for the enter. So all we have to do is attach using our attachment system, so every frame he gets snapped to that position. We use this thing for items and all sorts of things, so might as well use it for the enter. Alright, so I'm going to uncomment my code, which I've already done this, and here we go. So when we attach, we go to our enter, and then we create an attachment so that we start at the position here and should move up. Now, we already have it for when he sits down, but now we also need it for exiting. So we'll do it for when he exits as well. Alright, so we basically use this little function to create our attachments for the enter and exit. As you can see here, we create our attachment and it gets rid of the old one in case we have a different bone. So I just hit recode. Oh, it's all done. Let's hop in game and see what happens. Oh, I love that stretching the geometry. So our guy's climbing up. Oh, he's actually not moving, but he is attached to the right spot. Oh no. So we're almost there. It's a good feature. I love the bones. Like the bones? Bones are the best part. So after he's done his animation, he's snapped in place, and then he'll exit. Fun little exit animation. Oh, he doesn't want to exit. Why don't you want to exit? I probably broke the flow graph. Alright. We got him now to stick with the ship, but as you can see, he's doing his animation, but he's not moving. Alright, so what happens here? Well, unfortunately, the attachment system is constantly snapping him to that enter position. That's exactly what we want, but his animation has him moving, so we need to move him relative to that attachment. And that's what this special little guy does here. We tell the actor that he's now linked to an attachment, so we could go to our fancy dancy animated character, uncomment this fun little code, and what this will do is say, hey, if we have an attachment and we have an animation, that's this want to move, and it wants to move somewhere in local space. Lucky for us, that attachment and the entity they're about the same space. We just have to make sure that we get its transformation correct. We are going to be taking our local transformation of that bone, and then we will start moving towards where he needs to go in local space, and then tell the attachment to move the player relative to that offset. So we have the player attachment, he starts to move, and then we tell the attachment, now at this position we want the player there, so I'll move the player. And every frame will slowly move the player up and up and up, and the attachment will make sure that he is there every frame. So let's do a little recode on that little spot. And And we have done recoding. All right, so now we'll go AI physics. And now he's moving, and look at this, look at this. I could move the vehicle all the way around. I could even rotate it. Whee! And he follows it. Hoo-yah! Fun little guy. Let's try that again. Let's move this out the way, give it a weird rotation. Then once the animation plays, he snaps there, and we could rotate all we want, and he plays his fun animation relative to the vehicle. Woo! Hope you guys enjoyed this bug. You guys have probably seen this inside the the game now, where you get into a ship and then the ship goes that way, but your character's still walking up in space. That was an old bug that we've never been able to get to, and now we had to, especially for Gamescom. So we're like, all right, let's use an existing system, our attachment system, fix it up, and bam! So now when the ship moves, you move. Hope you guys enjoyed that one, and unfortunately I don't have any time for questions because we're all crunching for Gamescom, which by now is probably past for you guys because we're airing this, I don't know, what week after it is hit. If we've done our job right, there shouldn't be any bugs, but if there was a bug or two, at least hopefully it was enjoyable, and until next time, cool. Beans?